Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are just going to play with makeup to lift our spirits. But before we go any further, let's go ahead, take a second, grab our iced coffee or a hot coffee. Let's take a sip and let's get started. So for today's look, I'm going to go ahead and use this Dior palette that came out with the holiday collection. This one is called Party in Colors, and I love it because it's so fun and bright and colorful, and I need makeup to lift up my mood today. So I definitely want to use more of that pink cranberry shade, and I might also mix a bit of that gold. We'll see. So I am absolutely crestfallen. I am devastated. I am disappointed. My trip to Seattle has been canceled. I'm just taking this and packing it on the lid with a little brush that came with the palette here. We planned this trip about a month ago. I mean, we've known it was going to happen for a while. Everything was booked, the hotel, the flights. Plans were made with friends and family. I had looked up the nearest Trader Joe's. We had looked for different restaurants. We had planned different museums and sightseeing activities. And now the vacation is canceled. I'm just going into a tapered brush and just bringing more of that pink shade up here. And this cancellation is completely out of my control. It was not a decision made by us. It's just something that happened that I can't, unfortunately, really go into detail about. But to summarize, our vacation is canceled. And we normally go to the West Coast once a year around this time in late January, early spring. And usually we have already gone by now. The previous years we had gone earlier in the year, and this year we had just made plans to go later. So for weeks now, I keep getting notifications saying, oh, this time last year you were blah, blah, blah. This time, you know what I mean? Like on Facebook and Instagram, they like to remind you of things you did a year ago. So I keep getting those notifications, and yet I am still here in Montreal. And as it turns out, we are not going to Seattle. So yeah. I'm not sure if a crestfallen makeup tutorial exists on the internet. It does now. Welcome. I feel like I've gone through the several stages of grief, or what is it called? Like, I feel like I've gone through those several stages one goes through when something bad happens. You know, you have shock, denial, bargaining, anger, acceptance. I think I'm there, but I'm also, you know, those stages rotate. It's not like okay, I've done this one tick, I've done this one tick. I kind of seem to go back and forth with shock and denial. I haven't quite hit anger yet. I'm sure that will come soon. I was so looking forward to having moderate weather. It's so cold here in Montreal. They're announcing more freezing rain today. And I was just looking forward to a nice reprieve from winter. That's it. That's all I wanted. I even bought a new raincoat. This is the jacket. It still has the price tag on it. The reason I'm using this palette today is because I like it. I think it's pretty and I need something to lift my spirits. Let's just very gently blend this out so that this just becomes soft and disappears like my vacation. And I am fully aware that this is 100% a first world problem. There are much bigger problems in the world. I know. But I'm still allowed to be disappointed and crestfallen. Had we known that this vacation was going to be canceled last minute without our consent, we would have gone on another vacation earlier in the year. You know? Had we known that this wasn't going to happen, we would have planned something much earlier on. We would be back by now. We would have had our reprieve of winter, but no. So if any of you watching happen to live in mild, moderate climate, please appreciate it for me. I know that most of you who watch me are in the US, and if you happen to be living in mild climate at the moment, just enjoy it for me. Using a tapered brush, I'm just going to sweep this pink color under the bottom lashes here. I'm not done complaining, by the way. I was looking forward to wearing this beautiful new raincoat. I was looking forward to wearing sneakers instead of gigantic winter boots and gigantic winter coat and winter hat and all that. I was looking forward to that and being careless and carefree for a week. There's a tiny bit of fallout, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do the face makeup. I'm gonna go into my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I'm in the shade 5.5. I had even looked up different ballet studios in Seattle that I could attend while I was there. I don't know if I told you guys this, but last year when we were in San Francisco, I decided to do a drop-in class at a ballet studio, and the class was advertised as a introductory class, beginner class for adults. So I thought, perfect, that's me. I go to the class. I introduce myself to the teacher. I tell her that I'm on vacation from Montreal, and she says, "Oh, you're from the Grand Ballet de Montréal," which is the professional ballet company here in Montreal. And I thought, well, that's very flattering, but no. So the class starts, and I quickly realize that I am in a class with the company of this studio. So it's the company and me. I stuck it out. I struggled. It was honestly embarrassing, but it was quite something. I mean, had I known that the class was going to be with the company, I clearly would not have attended. But apparently they were having a performance the next week, so the company was just attending every class and rehearsing all the time. And what was interesting is that in the class, they also had an accompanist, which is when they have someone playing the piano during the lesson instead of just playing music on a speaker. And yeah, it was an accompanist, the entire company, and me. I'm glad I stuck it out. I mean, I definitely was not able to do a fraction of the moves. I just kept like throwing my limbs in various directions, hoping I would do what I was supposed to, but I'm glad I went. I'm going to go into my NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer. I am in the shade Medium 1. I am now going into my Chanel Les Beige Healthy Glow Powder number 20 just to set my face. And now I'm going into my Givenchy Healthy Glow Powder. This is number 3 Amber Season. This is just going to give a nice little glow. Since I'm stuck here in Montreal all winter, I need some synthetic glow, although I know Seattle does not have like warm, bright weather, but it still would have been a nice change of scenery. I was gonna go to Pike Place Market, is that what it's called? I was gonna go visit the outside of the first Starbucks. I had no intention of going inside because I figured the lineup would be too big. I was going to go visit the first, is it Bloomingdales, I think? Or Barney's? No, not Barney's, they've gone bankrupt. Nordstrom's, perhaps? One of the big department stores had their first flagship store in Seattle, and they still do. I was going to eat lots of pho because apparently it's very popular there. I was going to eat lots of sushi, of course. What else was I going to do? I was going to do some walking tours. I was going to do a wear test of the Chanel Ultra Le Teint Velvet. I have a sample pack here that I was going to test out on a wear test day in Seattle. I was going to do a walking tour and test it out during the day. I guess I can just try it out here in Montreal since I'm not going to Seattle. I think we have finally entered the anger phase. Great. So for the blush, I'm going to go into this Tom Ford blush in the shade called Wicked. I'm going to go into my Chanel Le Blanc Rosy Light Drops as the highlighter. Now I'm going to go back into my palette. I'm going to dip into that gold shade and just place it on the inner corner here. And then for the mascara, I'm going to go into my Volume de Chanel mascara. I cannot wait for the new Volume Stretch mascara to come out. I don't know when it will be available here in Canada. Hopefully soon, and then I will try it out for you guys. Now, for the Crestfallen makeup tutorial, I do recommend using a waterproof mascara if you have one on hand, depending on how much ennui you plan on having for the rest of the day. So for the lipstick, I'm going to go ahead and dip into my Lisa Eldridge lipstick in Love of My Life. I want something kind of pink and purple. So just gently glide this color onto your lips as you gently glide in and out of despair and depression. And then to finish up my look, I'm going to go ahead and add a hair perfume because why not? This is the Chanel Chance Hair Mist. It smells like the classic Chanel Chance, but just a bit softer. So I think this is the end of our Crestfallen makeup tutorial. I just wanted to use these colors because I think they're very pretty and I like them, and I needed to do a selfish video where I just did makeup to make myself feel better because I don't know about you, but makeup changes my mood. I feel like makeup makes me feel like I'm ready for the day. I'm like ready to go out and get started, and I think that this look has definitely helped lift my spirits a bit. So thank you so much for listening to me complain and whine about my life. Thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed the look. Let me know down in the comments what you think. I don't know. Are you crestfallen at the moment? Are you greatly disappointed by something in life? Let us know. I don't know. Let's all complain together. Why not? But I do hope that you enjoyed today's look. So if you happen to like luxury makeup reviews and luxury makeup tutorials, that is all I do on my channel. So please like, comment, and also subscribe. Those all help my channel grow. And one thing I do on my channel is when I get a collection, I like to do several different looks with the same products. That way you at home get to really see how to use up those items. So if that sounds interesting to you, please subscribe and also hit that little notification bell on the side so you can be notified whenever I post a new video. Okay, I think this about does it for today's video. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you all have a beautiful day filled with only the slightest bit of ennui. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.